A somewhat smaller frog with paired vocal sacs that appear as balloon-like protuberances on each side of the throat is a leopard frog, Ranipipians. This is its mating call.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to the Bog Frog Book Pod.
Oh,
and as always,
that was lovely.
Was it?
Yeah. I mean, I was about to say, like, hey, could you say it, like, less suicidally? But, like, that ending really saved it.
Yeah, man. I want to
I'm gonna
kill both of you and make you mine. I want to kill both of you.
That's fine.
Hands. Not myself though. Not today. And speaking of these two, I am joined by someone who just downloaded their backup onto a very tall woman, Seth.
Hello. I don't know how to. The
What?
dialogue thing.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't talk a lot, does he?
It's a bit of a problem.
I feel like Sibo talks a lot.
Yeah, but I don't know what they say. You know?
A lot.
I know what they say, but
SIBO's
I don't
cool as
know
hell.
what they say.
I've thought
They
about
are
SIBO,
cool
and
as
it's
hell.
such another character.
Net terminal gene.
The net terminal gene.
The
net terminal gene.
Are there people?
Speaking of, I'm also joined by someone who has the net terminal gene. James.
Hey, what's up? I really hope I don't get cocooned. That would be terrible.
You're absolutely getting cocooned. There's no shot you don't.
No, I want to access the administration. No.
And as always, I am absolutely a safeguard, hell-bent on killing both of you.
That makes sense. You're kind of freaky deaky.
Yeah.
I'm the most normal one on this show.
Kind of strange.
And you guys not refuting that really upsets me.
Yeah, well.
I'm not. I'm really not.
That might be true.
Today, we are talking about... What?
No, keep going.
What are you getting mad about?
Nothing, keep going.
He's mad. He's pissed. And today, we are talking about Sumo Nihei's Blame, the first episode in our... What the fuck did you name this?
James's Vacation Homes.
It's so silly.
These are where I like to spend my time.
Like this tower.
And I just stare at those big spikes hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, it's like the first time you feel comfortable in your life is being in a space so large you can't comprehend it.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's why I moved to the city.
That's true. I couldn't do it. I need to be able to see the trees next to me.
I'm staring at trees right now.
Yeah, but I know that behind that tree is a building, and I can't abide by that.
Interesting.
Okay, but what if you could like fall into a city that's upside down?
Yeah. What if you did that?
That would never happen. That's such a cool bit. This comic rocks. James, would you like to introduce our work? Because this is James's your unit.
This is my guy. We're talking about Nihei, my goat, my favorite manga author. So I want to talk about the work I did for this episode. So I didn't do as much as I wanted to, but I did it. I read 1995's Blame. Here is the short on that. It's about a detective named Kelly investigating a murder. He kills the guy. That's what 1995's Blame is.
Oh, is this the one shot?
Yeah.
The old one
shot. Oh, okay. I was like,
that
what
one
the
shot
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. 1997 Blame. The thing we're going to talk about on this episode. I also read that. I read the early 2000 interviews Nihei conducted with Guillermo del Toro and some French bitch who did some stuff that looks kind of cool. What was his name?
We gotta find it.
Enki Bilal. Who you should look at his paintings because you're gonna look at it and it's like, oh, that's why Nihei's paintings look like that. That makes sense.
It makes sense to me that
like it's all coming together.
It makes a lot of sense to me that Nihei's a French comic freak.
Oh, totally. Right? And it all checks out. I read that. I think that's all. Oh, I really relevant for this episode, but I read a 2016 interview from when the Blame movie was coming out, which I have thoughts about.
That's definitely still relevant.
Well, yeah, but they're not really talking about Blame that much. And they're like,
yeah, sure.
And it's like, also, I wish harm upon that interviewer. He says that he thinks, he mentioned at one point that he thought noise came out before Blame, and he should be shot in the street for that.
Yeah, man, if you're going to interview someone, I actually know what the fuck you're talking about.
He seems to have read everything Nihei's done. He just didn't know anything.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Which is remarkable.
Listen, I wouldn't do something like that. I'd rock up to Nihei and say, when you were designing the safeguards, were you referencing X softcore pornography video? And you'd say, yes, of course. How did you know? And I said, because I'm a true buster.
This brings up a good point. Nihei does give copies of his girl pornography to the Frenchman. And the Frenchman is like, wow, that's crazy. And he's like,
dude, this rocks. It really embodies bitch.
It's so crazy. Those interviews are up on Manga Dex, probably elsewhere, but that's where I read them. They're from Blame and So On, not Blame Gakuen and So On. That's a different thing. If you haven't looked at Blame and So On, you should. It's an incredible art book. And these interviews are really fun. I don't know. I don't know about the translation on them. I'll be honest. They feel a little strange. I'm like, I don't know if this is right. But it's fine. I'd like to think I got the idea across. So
translation is my passion.
Well, like, so there's that. Okay. In the Del Toro interview, Del Toro mentions that he hires mangaka to, like, work on his shit, right?
Yeah.
But then he just talks about Mike Mignola.
That's awesome.
So I think he meant I hire comic artists, but they train, like, I don't know.
That would make more sense to me because he hires a lot of comic artists.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I don't know.
No, I think that's correct.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Seems confusing.
I think they mean it in the same way that I call Sumo Nihei a comic artist.
I agree, but if you're gonna, I don't know. I got thoughts about like using the word manga in anime that I do not have time to get into right now.
Yeah, it's like. Oh, yeah, we don't have
time to get into it. Let's talk about the Nihei's life real quick.
Fuck.
I don't know shit. I don't know shit for Dick. The one thing I thought I knew I don't know is the quick summary on that.
Motherfucker's close to his chest.
So, he was born February 26, 1971 in the city of Koriyama. Sometime around 1989, he was in New York studying at Parsons School after he had worked construction in Japan. Now,
really?
Yeah, he was
worked construction.
Yeah, he worked at He was doing construction. Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah, right.
I always loved the labor to mangaka pipeline.
Right,
like the same shit that Ito was on is just a fucking dentition tech.
So he was doing construction, and he went over to New York. He lived there for about a year. Now, here's the thing: in the interview, if you read it one way, it sounds like he decided to become a manga author and then moved to New York and did manga, maybe worked at an architecture firm, and also was studying at this school. I don't think that's correct. I think
that ain't right.
This is the thing, it's unclear, and because there's like no other sources on this shit. It's like the thing I'd always heard is that he worked at like an architecture firm before he became a manga author. That also might not be true. Nihei seems to push back on the idea he ever worked as an architect.
Interesting.
In this interview. So what I think is being said in that interview is that he wanted to become a manga author, moved to New York to study at the school, and I don't think he did any architecture work. And then he returns to Japan. He works on a manga where the English name is Ice Blade by Takahashi, which if you look at that manga and then you look at 1995's Blame, you can tell. they look very similar in terms of humans.
Ice Blade.
And then in 1997, he publishes the Blame that we're reading today.
Oh, I've looked at this.
Yeah, I've tried reading it, and either there was some issue with, like, maybe the translation wasn't, like, I don't know. I remember bouncing off of it for some reason. Now, before we actually talk about 1997's Blame, I want to talk a little bit about 95's Blame for a second.
I want to read this. This looks fucking awesome.
Ice Blade or 95 Blame?
Ice Blade.
Yeah, it's probably good. So I'm going to post some pages from 95 Blame. And I want you to tell me if anything sticks out to you about the art on these pages. Because I'm going to make one of my first big James points about Nihei and Blame. Just look these over. Tell me if anything in particular sticks out to you.
The way the faces are drawn.
The way faces are drawn.
They're a lot more stable looking.
Yes. So this one of James's big thoughts. First of all, people say when they read Blame, they say Nihei can't draw faces, that they're no good, that he doesn't know what he's doing, but he knows how to draw a building. It's full of shit, is what it is. He knows how to draw a face. He does not care to. In the Del Toro interview, he explicitly says, "I don't like drawing people. I like drawing buildings." He is capable. He is choosing not to. Is my belief.
I am coming around to your belief because he can clearly do it here. Yeah. I think, as you say. Yeah.
And also, the thing I'm picking up a lot on the Blame read-through, we'll talk about it, expressions are great. Like, the faces are kind of shaped strange, but, like, you can read a lot of emotion in a lot of the expressions.
They're very silly.
And
I love them.
And they're very, again, I was talking about this last night, in the Fujimoto interview that I read for Fire Punch with Blade of the Immortal creator. The Blade Immortal guy's like, you draw like Nihei. Like, you draw faces, and, like, the way the camera hits faces is, like, the same way Nihei does it. And he's right.
Can you fucking believe that there's still, like, not a way to read Blade of the Immortal that isn't in English, that isn't flipped?
I think we've talked about this before, probably recently. Probably last episode.
On the podcast, yeah.
Everybody listening to this should be storming Dark Horse AQ. Or HQ. Is it
AQ?
The administrative force.
I mean, yeah, they should.
It's fucked up. Yeah, this is really interesting and fascinating to know. Just a guy who's like, I didn't want to draw any more faces. I'm over it.
Yeah, like, I truly believe he was like, I don't need to do it. Also, I mean, in that interview with the Frenchman, he's like, yeah, I'm really fucking lazy, so I only work 8 hours a day. Which I can't figure out if he's saying I only work 8 hours a day because I'm lazy, or I'm, like, procrastinating that whole time, so I'm not really like, it's it's kind of unclear. Translation doesn't help.
I went to sleep thinking about that. I went to sleep and it was haunting me.
It's so fucked up.
I hate the mangaka lifestyle. Like, the French dude,
monthly, like, that's the thing he says. He's like, I have it very easy compared to most people.
I was thinking about the French guy just being like, how many fucking pages that motherfucker making? He's like, like 19 a week, and he's like, oh no, that's no good.
Nah.
Yeah,
he was like, yeah, it sucks.
They're like talking about it. Nihei says it's hard to grow if you're not focused on it. This is our industry's biggest flaw. With this fucker, Enki says, so you can't step back and re-examine your work or something. How many pages do you have to produce a month? Nihei, no less than 30 a month. I'm a monthly magazine, so I have it easy. I'm with a monthly magazine. Anki. Early Katsura-san said he draws 19 pages per week. That's an incredible pace. How many hours do you work in a day? Nihei, I slack off a lot, so about 8 hours per day. Anki, the most I will do in a day to work is 5 hours. If I go longer, I can't concentrate.
That's real. That's real.
That's real
French. Sorry, French.
Very incredible. He's like, interview's great.
I want to share again an experience of 19-year-old. Or no, this would have been 17 at the time when I made, like, my first comic, and I worked an absurd amount. Mm-hmm. Even 5 hours a day sucks. I was doing about 10 hours a day.
Jesus Christ.
It was a bad time in my life. Just to, like, bust out pages because I was trying to work the mangaka rate, but it ended up being more like 40 pages a month.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't want to talk about it. It was a time.
I mean, the fucked up thing is you're still not hitting weekly.
No, exactly.
That's
Weekly
so fucked up.
is because I was also a full-time student.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. So I was doing. Yeah, no, it was a fucking nightmare. But just like so. When Nihei says 8 hours, he's like, "Yeah, I'm slacking." I'm like, "That's a crazy thing to say." I think he should be shot and quartered.
I think your editor should be hung.
Yeah, no, I think your editor should be locked in a tomb, not allowed to see the light of day for the rest of his life.
We're gonna hold trials for manga editors and magazines.
I think after you work rates like that, you should be killed and your corpse kept in a lightless tomb so that no one can mirror your mistakes.
Nobody must learn of this. Nobody must learn of you.
I like to think about Sui Ishida, creator of Tokyo Ghoul and Shoujo Next, who lost his sense of taste
Jesus Christ.
because he was working so hard when he got sick. Madness.
I can't. That's not.
Anyway, being a mangaka sounds great.
Yeah, that's the lifestyle.
It's a beautiful one.
Evil. Moving on. So with all that out of the way, I don't think I have anything specific to talk about. I have a list of things to talk about. Oh, the title. Let's talk about the title. So, people will say something about Blame that I think is wrong. I tried finding a source for this, and I couldn't find it. Is it the Blam thing? It's the Blam. So, there are two ways people say this. They say Blame is one, a mistranslation. It's supposed to be blam, like the sound of Killy's gun. I don't think... Not the sound it makes. No. Secondly, that blame is a pun, because if you were to like phonetically say it as a Japanese speaker, it'd be buramu is the way that maps out. I don't believe that either. Nihei spent a year in New York City. I'm relatively confident he's got a grasp on English. First of all,
he definitely speaks English.
Yeah. But fucker can do it.
He was interviewing Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I fully believe that he can speak English.
Secondly, Mike Mignola.
Why would 1995's one-shot Blame be called Blam? The gun is big, but it's not that big. You know, Blame makes way more sense for 95's Blame because it's a murder mystery. It's why did this guy die? Who's to blame for this? Right? And I also think that's also a good question to ask about 1997's Blame. Who is to blame for the city? Why is it the way that it is? Right? Me. You did? That's crazy. Why'd you do that?
You suck, man. You're such a fucking asshole. We're kicking you off this podcast.
And I've never seen anything where Nihei or anybody involved with the comic says that it's supposed to be Blam or Blamu. So, I'm calling bullshit. I've always thought this was bullshit. Thumbs down, no good. A third thing to talk about before we talk about the summary. Looking at my list. I want to talk about the translation. So, I believe we all read the Master Edition, right?
Yes.
So, I had opinions about it. First of all, I don't... They make the editorial decision to change Killy's name to Kiri.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't read Japanese. Maybe it's more accurate. Seems unlikely because every other piece of Blame media calls him Killy. Like, everything. Maybe it's a Godzilla thing. I don't know. Not gonna worry about it. And aside from that, I think the translation's relatively solid. But I basically read Blame twice last night at the same time. I had the Tokyo Pop scans up, and I was paging through both of them at the same time. And so I was comparing a lot of like specific verbiage. And again, maybe the Master Edition's more accurate. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't speak Japanese. But I found myself appreciating the Tokyo Pop translation a bit more. There's just a little bit more flavor. And sometimes the translation is completely different, actually, to the point where I don't know which one is correct. So the most obvious one was when that man who is a spaceship is like talking about the dry bodies. I'm going to post these real quick. The one on the left is the Tokyo Pop. The one on the right is the Master Edition. Just entirely different things, he says. So in the Master Edition, he says, turns out dry bodies are built real nice. I heard from Bioelectric how much people pay for a transplant. Blew my damn mind. Not like I'd get neutered like that, though. The Tokyo Pop translation is, the dry men, their bodies are perfect for this. A while back, I was asking the Bioelectric guys about the prices they get for transplants. I busted my liver, you see, and then, well, I'm not into that neutral species stuff. Just entirely different.
Yeah, it's very strange.
And again, I don't know which is more correct. I don't read Japanese. I'd have to have Baxter, friend of the pod, reach out. I know you said you couldn't buy a copy. Reach out, please.
Baxter!
So, speaking of buying copies of Blame, I still wake up at night in a cold sweat about the time that I just saw, like, the entirety of the Tokyo Pop release in the used section of my local comic book shop.
Oh my fucking Christ.
And then for some reason I just assumed that you had it, and then I asked you, like, later that day, hey, do you have this? And you were like, no. And then I went back the next day and it was gone.
That's fucking haunting.
It's fucked up, especially because I am building a collection of the Tokyo Pop releases, but they're very rare, and I only have like half of them. I think
it was like it was at least up to volume 8.
That's so fucked up, dude.
Those things are like worth their weight in gold. Like,
I know they were super cheap too. Which is,
someone else saw that. Was like, oh!
Yeah, they were freaking out. Shout out Atlantis Fantasy World.
You should have merged harder with James by that time.
It was one of those things where I was like, that's probably what I thought you at least had like some volumes of the Tokyo Pop.
I think I did at the time, maybe, but I definitely don't have all of them, and I mean, still I don't have all of them.
So I was like, I don't know which ones you've got. Like, you probably got these.
Yeah. Oh, no, well, say Levy. Let's talk about the summary now. It's 20 minutes in or whatever. That's not that bad.
Look me pee.
Okay. This is a little long. I wrote it right before going to bed, so sorry. A man in black is protecting a kid from evildoers, and he fails. Doesn't matter anyways, though, because the kid didn't have the net terminal gene. Not completely, at least. The man in black wanders around a bit, and we learn his name is Killy. We also learn about the administration and their exterminators. Killy finds a settlement full of humans and learns that the central company, Bioelectric, has complete genetic records for everyone in town. He goes to check him out and meets a corpse named Sibo. He brings her along, and she helps him until she really turned into a corpse. He confronts... part of the problem is I'm using what is basically the Linux equivalent of like the Notepad app. And so like the spacing is difficult to read sometimes. It's fine. He confronts the company president, and Sibo is back. She's a seemingly immortal white-haired woman. Where have we seen that before? They kill the president and start climbing to the next level. Partway through, the admins come to talk and explain they're not actually evil, but the safeguard exterminators definitely are. Oops. And they're coming soon. Double oops. Our duo escapes to the next level, running into more safeguards and eventually a little girl who follows them to a nearby village. The village is quickly attacked by safeguards, and Killy uses his new powers to defeat the villainous safeguards. When he returns to the village, everyone is gone except the little girl, which is weird because she turned into a death machine and killed the village earlier. Kind of skipped that part because I'm tired. I want to go to bed now. Besides, it's Blame. You should be reading it. It's short as well. Do the damn work. That's the summary.
So you're calling the audience lazy for you not doing your fucking job?
I'm just saying that if they haven't read it yet, they should read it. It's not that hard unless you're reading 2 copies of the same thing at the same time, comparing and contrasting. But even that's not that tough. It's mostly images.
I agree. I just pointed it out because it's pretty funny.
I had an observation about Blame just like while reading it. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I wonder, blah, 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 blah. And then I realized that the thing I was going to compare it to came out a year into its run.
Which is?
The way that a lot of the what is the type of guy that looks like the spaceship guy that you just posted.
The synthetic life?
The safeguard? The Silicon Life, yeah.
Yeah, Silicon Life. The way the Silicon Life guys specifically look, they look incredibly similar to the, like, face-wise, to the villains of Dark City.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dark City.
I've not seen Dark City, but that makes sense.
And Dark City has some stuff about a city that is constantly being, like, shifted and rebuilt on itself. You should watch Dark City.
I should watch Dark City.
Pretty good. I like Dark... So, the thing about Dark City is that it kind of... You know the thing that people say about The Matrix? Where they say Keanu Reeves can't act?
Yeah. I thought you were going to say where they say that it ripped off Dark City.
Well, I mean, that is true. But the thing about The Matrix as compared to Dark City is that The Matrix rips off Dark City and makes it, like, really good instead of, like, pretty good. I like Dark City. Dark City has a lot of, like, things in it that are, like, very specific and very interesting.
Yeah.
But I think, Rufus Sewell from Old and The Holiday and Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter and Hamlet and Gods of Egypt or whatever.
Okay, yeah. I don't watch
charisma vacuum in that movie, and he's like the main character. I just do not think he has it in him. Like where Keanu like has well, the thing is, the reason Keanu works is that you kind of believe that Keanu wants to be a beautiful woman.
Just a little bit.
Which is important to the Matrix, the desire to be a beautiful woman.
That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why you'd say that.
I can't imagine how you would get there.
Yeah, I don't know what
Stop putting your own shit in the Matrix, man. Come on.
They made the Matrix woke.
I'm woke. Yeah, but yeah, Dark City came out in 1998, and I would believe that AI's strongest soldier, Alex Proyas, probably has read Blame, if not before Dark City. Probably has by now.
I mean, definitely
seems like
by
something
now.
he would have done.
I mean, I was just thinking about the Matrix a lot. That's where my mind was going a lot. Nihei has drawn Matrix fan art. If you haven't seen it,
I've seen it. It's really good.
Fucking awesome.
I've probably seen it.
I've almost certainly sent it to you.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's appearing in my mind as I Google it. I need to double check to see if it's real.
There you go.
I think I've seen...
Yeah, I did see it.
Yeah, because it's Trinity, right?
Yeah, it's Trinity and Neo in front of, like, just the world's coolest, gross space.
It's so cool.
I wish
I lived there.
So, hold on, real quick. Wren.
Hi.
What do you think of Blame?
Yeah, what do you think about Blame?
Why are you asking me specifically?
Because that's what we do. We go around.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't...
And James isn't doing the damn thing.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying being in the space. I'm lost in reverie.
That's fair. To be honest with the audience, I'm a little tired. If I'm a little slow, I'm so sorry.
We might all be a little tired.
I know. I had to watch cats this morning, and one of them rubbed their butt on the wall, and I had to clean it.
That sucks, buddy.
That's kind of what.
I'd like get my fucking arm into it because they had fucking rubbed it so bad. It's the worst.
Sucks.
Thankfully, there are no cats in the megastructure.
That is the type of shit they have Killy doing in a way.
Yeah, I love Blame. Blame is one of my favorite comics easily. I first finished it properly around when me and James first met.
That makes sense.
Because he was like, you gotta read Blame. You gotta. I was like, I've read Blame. It's like, you gotta finish Blame. I'm like, okay. And it's the best. It's like, I was in a bar head for years, full Blame head, as an adult.
I'm crazy. That surprises me. I would have expected you to still be in a bar head.
I mean, I love Abara, but I think Blame is just such
number one.
Yeah, like it's much more whole work. This
is jumping far ahead, but I was doing the math in my brain, and I'm like, is Tower Dungeon his third best comic? Because to me, it's like Blame.
I've read 2 chapters of it.
I'm like, it's Blame, Abara, Tower Dungeon. I'm like, is that right? I'm like really having to think about it.
I cannot get into my Nihei ranking. People do not agree with me.
No,
I probably won't agree with myself by the end of it.
I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious how that shakes out.
There's a great bit in Tower Dungeon. I haven't read it in like about a year because I just wanted the chapters to pile up.
Yeah.
But where a woman comes from a foreign kingdom and says, "I'm gonna fly to the top of the tower," and then like shifts into like a gross dragon form, and then is like, "Oh, I breached the clouds." Gets absolutely bodied by the biggest dragon you've ever seen, and it's like thrown back to Earth.
It's so cool.
It's the best.
What a good comic.
Nihei proffers, what if there was just a tiny piece of the megastructure and you had to go to the top?
What if there was one big megastructure?
There's just one, and it existed in a big old field.
And it was scary. It floated.
It was scary. It floated, and there are some of the coolest takes on like classical fantasy monsters you'll ever see.
And one of the guys has a safeguard symbol on his head, and you freak the fuck out.
And then the kingdom has the Toa Industries.
It's crazy.
Okay, logo as its symbol.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to talk about some of that stuff.
I have big thoughts.
Did you mention? I guess we'll mention it, but
yeah,
things to look out for. Toa Heavy Industries.
Yeah. Just as a name. Thing. What in the Nihei verse?
Nihei verse. Meat.
What? Yeah. What do you think about Blame, Seth?
What do you think about Blame?
So I'm gonna give a little bit of my history on Blame first, which is I read it. Fuck, I don't know. I don't have access to that server anymore, so I can't even check. I was gonna. It was probably 5 years ago.
Really? Okay.
Because it was before Kat and I got together. Yeah, I know that.
Whoa.
It's before I moved.
Okay. Yeah.
Not before I moved to California. Where I am.
Yeah.
Not to the state, but moved houses.
Oh, okay.
From the town I'm in to slightly 4 streets down in the same town.
Cool.
Because the person who owned the house that we were renting died. Their kids were like, we're just gonna sell it.
You're like, to us for a reasonable price.
They're like,
me
for $20 million.
Wait, really?
I think so. The property sucked. Well, okay, sorry. The building sucked. The property, the
where it was,
real nice,
is incredible. Yeah,
I totally believe it. Yeah,
it was it was really secluded. It was it was in a small neighborhood, but the neighborhood itself was really secluded. Right behind it, there was a campsite and a beach. It's really cool. Really liked it. I used to walk all the time. But I read it at some point during that whole deal while I was there. So probably would have been 2021. And I remember liking Blame a lot, a good amount, but I was not blown away by it. I was like, yeah, this is cool. And then I was pretty big on a lot of the other stuff.
A number one Biomega head.
Yeah, number one Biomega head. Really like Abara. I'm a big Opossums head. Knights of Sidonia is fine.
Sidonia rocks.
It's cool. I didn't even come close to disliking any of it. Knights of Sidonia is probably the one I can easily think of as being my least favorite.
Interesting.
I do think it's cool. But who knows? Maybe that'll change. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's really really good.
One of the best damn things ever, perhaps.
Maybe when you take time to like look at the damn thing, instead of being like, yeah, I'm just gonna read like, I don't know, a couple hundred, a few hundred chapters of manga in like 2 weeks or whatever I was doing. Because I think I read like.
That's basically what I did the first time I went through, but then I also like went to reread it almost immediately.
Yeah, I did not do that. I immediately just went on to the other thing, and then I was like, I want to read like all of Biomega and Abara and like a good chunk of Knights of Sidonia all in one day. And let me tell you,
that's a good day.
It is a good day. It does start to bleed into each other.
Yeah, I believe it. That kind of makes sense, I think.
Because, if you ask me the literal events of, like, any of those, I could not tell you.
I mean, I don't blame you on Biomega and Abara, if I'm honest. Like, I've also read those several times. I'm like, I'm not certain if I understand the mechanics at play here. I think that'll change.
Like, I'm sure something happens in this fucking comic.
Like, I know that things happen. I just couldn't tell you if I, like, what means.
Awesome. It's all so cool.
I guess, man.
It's pretty cool. I was paging through Biomega. It's got the juice. How did I come to read it? I think I've talked about this before.
Did we ask?
I asked. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I think I've talked about this before. Definitely privately. I don't know about publicly. When I was probably 13 or 14, I don't remember exactly. Probably closer to 14. My buddy was like, hey, you gotta watch Gurren Lagann. And I said, okay. It's got big robots. I like big robots. I'll watch it. And so I watched it, and I thought, wow, that was great. I really liked it. A+. And then Netflix, because I'm watching it on Netflix, on, I think, my PlayStation 3, on my crappy CRT that I used for years. So, like, just an unusable interface on that thing. Netflix recommended Knights of Sidonia, the anime. And I said, that's got big robots. I like big robots. And so I watched it. Notably, to me at least, this is the first time that I had like chosen to watch an anime by myself without anybody giving a suggestion or it being on like television, right? Like, I sought it out. And I watched that whole damn thing. Both seasons were out at this point, I think. Maybe, I don't know. But I watched the whole damn thing, and I thought, whoa, what is this? And so I went on Reddit. I was reading a bunch of people talking about it. People kept talking about this damn manga, and I thought, well, I gotta learn how to read manga, I guess. And then I don't think I did right away. And then that summer, or at some time, I was at my grandparents' house, just shredding stuff. Like, they had a shit ton of paper that needed to be shredded. And so I just sat on the couch with the shredder next to me, running this damn thing, and on a laptop, watching videos and reading stuff. A very important, 2 days of just downloading information into my brain. And through that, I was like, oh, I should read that manga. And then I learned the guy who did it, Nihei, has done a bunch of manga. And if I gotta read Knights of Sidonia, I gotta read all the other ones first, you know? So that's what I did. I read through Blame in like an evening, and it shattered my brain. And I've never been the same since. I've probably read Blame the most out of any manga. I read it usually once a year. It's kind of like Speaker for the Dead I talked about on that episode. It's just a thing I return to constantly. I haven't read Blame in a little bit, probably more than a year at this point, but I think about it constantly. It's kind of the primary lens through which I understand a lot of manga through, which makes my intense fondness for Fujimoto's work make a lot of sense, I think, because as I keep saying, Fujimoto's just doing Nihei shit constantly, and I love that. Yeah, that's my Blame history.
Making Blame and Nihei's work your foundational manga and anime, which is
makes sense.
Really, really cool to be your foundational anime as opposed to Sword Art Online. Just a little.
It seemed
or Death Note or whatever. That was.
Fuck,
who
dude.
Cares?
Fuck.
Yeah, none of those have weird penis alien women. None of them got that. Not just Sidonia got that. Woman.
are really
Knights of
cool.
Sidonia do got that.
It'll radicalize you.
And they're like
smidgen.
They're fucking those mechs.
I don't.
God, are they ever?
They're doing stuff.
I don't know. They're not fucking the mech. I've read that comic. They don't.
I don't know.
Well,
They do piss in the mech, and sometimes they drink that piss.
that's fine. That's normal shit. That's not sex.
We gotta talk about that.
Yeah, all
What are
right.
you doing in the bedroom, man?
Not all sex has to be penetrated, I guess, you know? But I don't know, maybe I'm too woke or whatever.
Interesting.
Well, no, that's
Sometimes
true.
sex is just pissing on somebody you love.
The girlies on Tumblr are always talking about cannibalism as a metaphor for sex. Why are them talking about piss drinking as a metaphor for sex?
Well,
Seth, are you a piss guy?
No, but I stand in solidarity. You know,
That's
You
beautiful.
stand in solidarity with piss guys. Okay.
I got my piss drinker ally pin.
That's like a good perspective to have, probably.
Yeah, probably.
I know enough people where, like, if you peed on them, that would be equivalent to sex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know, that'd be part of it. You know,
if you peed on me, I'd be like, "Whoa, that's something." I
don't know. Like,
I want to get away from this. I think.
I mean, I think Nihei has thoughts on piss.
I think he's got thoughts. I've seen his Guru. I think he's got opinions, and I've read Knights of Sidonia. I know he has opinions on piss.
I hope so.
Thank God.
Okay, so because of the structure of the damn thing, it doesn't really make sense to walk through early Blame, I think. So if there's anything specific you want to pull out of these early chapters, basically before he gets to, let's say, the dry body stuff, is there anything in specific you want to pull out? I got stuff I want to pull out, but opening the floor to you two first.
Not really specific scenes, but I do want to bring something to the table.
Yeah.
Which is Killy is Moe.
I have another Killy is blank thing. But
is it Killy is Vriska?
No, it's not Killy is Vriska.
Before I get to mine, you guys should jump on your Killy is blank.
Yeah. So Killy is kind of Moe. So the Silicone Life are Moe. like the most Moe in this whole damn comic. We really get into that in the next volume of we're gonna read. Do you have more Moe thoughts about Killy?
No, I just think it's just I think he's got a charm to him, and you kind of like you're having a good time when he's thrown against a wall.
Dude's getting whipped around. I really liked these 2 pages from the chapter when he meets that fucked up kid, where he points his gun at the kid, and then he like looks up, and it's unclear if he's like checking what's above him or if he's doing like a good lord, okay, what is this? Like,
he is so unhappy
he's like,
to be
God,
where he
what's
is.
with this fucking kid? God damn it!
It's wonderful.
It's so good. That's my go. My Killy is thought. This is a big thought about Blame as well. Killy's a cowboy, and Blame is a western.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is something that like the 2017 movie, which we'll be talking about eventually, really taps into. That movie is structured and built like a western. It's
he rolls into town.
Yeah, exactly. The man in black comes into town. He sees a problem. He solves it.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, he tries to solve it.
I want to add a photo to the Killy is Moe conversation and the Killy is a cowboy conversation.
He just passes out.
He's just such like a wet puppy.
That's what he fucking trips, man.
He's so little too. Like that's the thing about Killy is that he's like small, but that's also relative because sometimes other people are smaller than him, which is lovely.
Yeah, they're whole races of humans who have evolved to be so fucking tall.
Sibo tall, Killy small.
Sibo tall, Killy small. We need to find that backrooms picture.
Lanky. Which I like. He's got like long legs.
Yeah.
He's built like a simian.
He's built like a Clamp character. Did Clamp ever do a fucking
Blame
Dojin? Can I read that?
God, I hope.
Probably not because they're not. Like Killy's not not buff enough.
That's
for them,
true. He's not shredded.
I'd say like Killy is also or fucking. Oh wait,
You good?
my brain's coming back. Oh,
You good?
I'm getting it back. The thought's coming back.
Oh, yeah.
We got it.
Pulled it out.
Oh yeah, they're both just kind of like built like howler monkeys. Everyone in this manga is kind of built like a howler monkey.
They got long.
Just
I love. Oh my.
long.
Okay, so in the second chapter, that guy who picks up the cocooned child, his long ass arms, they like wraps around himself. I fucking love that guy. Got that big ass machine.
The goat.
All time character that shows up for one chapter.
I love the machine.
That chapter has the thing that's referenced in the first chapter of Fire Punch, where fucking Killy reads a book and asks what land is.
Yeah.
And the other guy's like, "What the fuck do you have? That's a hard copy. That's crazy. That's old as hell." He's like reading from a book.
The thing that the way specifically Killy is drawn has always reminded me of it just reminds me a lot of how Jonah Vasquez draws Johnny the Homicidal Maniac in
Interesting.
Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Yeah.
Just like the way, like the sketchiness of it, which actually ended the month that Blame started.
That's fascinating.
Really?
Do you think?
Yeah, they both started. It ended January 1997, and that's when Blame started, I believe.
I like to imagine Nihei was a Johnny the Homicidal Maniac head.
I mean, I have no idea
awesome.
what the translation.
Well,
I guess he knew English. Yeah,
yeah, and also, I mean, he was in New York in the early '90s. You know, I don't know.
I'm willing.
I don't know what the
to
publication on that is.
bet. I'm willing to bet a little bit that it is up his alley a little bit.
Have you ever read Johnny the Homicidal Maniac?
Parts of it.
Yeah, I've read a chunk of it. It's all right.
I've never. Yeah, it's interesting.
There's just some fun stuff with like images on a page and like you can put text anywhere. But
I like when he kills the kid.
Maybe I should check out this comic book. Wait, hold on.
Have you never looked at Johnny the Homicidal Maniac?
You probably fuck with it.
I've glanced at it. Like I've poked around, but I've never actually sat down and read the damn thing.
Yeah. There's a kid that they call Squee because that's
Squee!
the sound he makes when he's getting hurt by Johnny.
Oh, that's awesome!
It's crazy that you could put out this and Nickelodeon and be like, "Yeah, we'll give you 2 seasons of a show."
No! Isn't that fucking nuts? We should go back to when they did this.
Oh yeah, this guy's got the juice.
What's he been up to?
He like bounces around like independent animation stuff. I think. Like, I don't think he's doing anything himself, but I think he's like helping out on stuff.
Yeah,
it was really fun when
I think he has still done comic stuff though. Actually,
when Enter the fucking Floorbus came out, it was fun seeing him post just like his art very consistently again.
Yeah, he's good. Good guy. Thumbs up, Johan Vasquez.
Yeah, I didn't find the image I was looking for, but I did find a really good one.
Thank you. Thank you, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Thank you, Dwayne.
He was doing the Invader Zim comic. He is Michael Foucault. He was doing the Invader Zim comic until 2021.
I've read a decent amount of that. I really enjoyed it.
I have a signed copy of one of the issues by Edmund McMillan.
That makes sense.
Because he had some art in one, and I ran into him at a comic shop, and I didn't have anything else for him to sign, so I bought that, and he signed it.
He's in Mugenics, Johan Vasquez.
Him and everyone else in the world.
Yeah, literally everyone else.
Even those people.
Even the ones you want in there. Yeah, the ones you don't want there. I gotta get away from looking at this Wikipedia page.
Burr's looking at too much of a homicidal maniac.
That's awesome. Yeah, so Killy's a cowboy. Big James thought.
He's a good cowboy.
It's a western. People don't talk about that enough. My thoughts. Nihei there's a scene in the Watcher chapters where like some guys run on a wall. And their whole like vibe and like the fact that they're running on walls just made me think of hit video game Cloud Built. Are you guys Cloud Built heads?
The fuck is Cloud Belt?
It's like a 3D platform. It's all right.
I've never heard of this in my entire life.
I've mostly noted through watching speedruns. I have played a decent amount of it, but I don't like playing it as much as I would want. But I was like, he invented Cloud Belt here. That's crazy. And in that arc, there's also the TV screen that is just showing people running on the beach all the time.
Yeah, I love that shit.
That's really good. Just hopping ahead again. These are all kind of loosey-goosey. X-Log, the fourth chapter, I think. The one where he blows up that hatchery thing full of the babies. My favorite chapter of manga ever. It's entirely wordless. It's just him finding a place, being like, this is fucked up, and blowing it up. I love it. I've probably read that specific one more than anything else in Blame, because sometimes I would just pull that up to look at it.
The one I really love, the one that because it's another extra chapter. It's just the one that it's like 4 pages and it's all in color.
Yeah,
and it's just no words. I love. I mean, this is, I guess, jumping pretty ahead. Every time it's in color, it is the coolest shit in the entire world. I mean, it looks like, I have no idea the way, it looks like a marker almost.
Well, yeah, because he does very square things, right? Like, that was the thing that stuck out to me on the page where Sibo is hacking the safeguard download thing. Is how square everything is, which is good. Yeah, I remember reading, the past few times I've read through this, I've been, not past through, in the past when I'd read through Blame, I would read the old scans, not even the Tokyo Pop scans, before those.
Like the old scans.
Yeah. I mean, because they were flipped. The first few chapters would be flipped. It was a whole fucking thing. But anyways, those are really bad. The scans are really crunchy. And the colors, I always hated looking at them. But reading these new master editions, where they're just incredibly crisp, you can see everything. They look amazing. I really, really loved them on this read through. Especially because I'm reading on my big computer monitor, so extra cool.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I'm reading on my phone.
I do. I read mostly on my iPad. And that also helps so much, being able to just really look at everything on a nice big screen.
Yeah, I'm making an effort when we're reading comics or something for the show to do it on my computer. To have it all nice big screen, really appreciate it. And also I can have spreads and stuff. So moving on. The administration is first mentioned in chapter 4, so I guess X-Log is chapter 3. Just fun. I'm just noting down big things. A big translation difference here is, again, Tokyo Pop. They're calling it the Authority, but in this they call it the Administration. I think I prefer Administration if it matters.
Yeah, Administration.
I think
works.
It works.
Well, yeah. I think it does matter a little bit because
it makes it more
there's so much other it's so much more cohesive. Yeah, that way. Just because it's the net terminal gene, all just the way it is. I mean, just the way everything looks. It's
a computer. It's a big old computer.
It's a big old computer. The way Nihei draws women and tech colliding is so
it's pornographic.
Masamune. It is. Well, yeah, it is pornographic. It is, but it just reminds me so much of Masamune Shiro's Ghost in the Shell.
I mean,
era.
Specifically the page of Sibo putting down that big battery thing or whatever is straight out of Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
All the
it
wires.
It is directly referencing. I almost felt like I had to look through a bunch of arcs. I'm I feel like there is a picture of some random Masamune girl in this exact position with something that looks incredibly similar, also covered in wires.
It was pulled right out of Gits.
Gits.
It's just I don't know. Obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to be a mangaka that does sci-fi shit and not have some Masamune Shirow just bouncing around your noggin.
Especially leaning more on like the cyberpunk of it all. You know, I spit as I say that word, but you know.
I mean,
Fooey.
Yeah, I don't know. The cyberpunk of it all even there.
Blame by like a whole decade almost. Ghost in the Shell's 89, so like. And then the movie is 95, so like, you know, it's in there. It's in the.
Well, I think all of Ghost in the Shell, like the manga.
Yeah, it's only 89 to 90.
A lot of.
Well, no, I was also thinking like the sequel. The sequel is also, I'm pretty sure, predate it. Man-machine interface, Ghost in the Shell 2 might have been coming out at that time. Okay, it was coming out. This Ghost in the Shell 2 is coming out the same year Blame started. It started a little bit after Blame. It started in July. But yeah, that would have been the original Ghost in the Shell and Ghost in the Shell 1.5 human error processor, which is like a bunch of one-shots focusing on Bato and Togusa.
I want to touch back on the cyberpunk note we were going on. Like, art historians will talk about artists as being relevant because they figured out their copyright to put on art history. Like, Picasso's a bum, but he fucking is the guy whose name is checkmarked on Cubism. And in the same way, I think Nihei elevates himself out of being a cyberpunk work because he has such a unique visual language he's communicating through. Like, I can never actually... That stupid fucking movie you guys like poisons the title for me.
Ghost in the Shell?
No, Megalopolis.
Okay,
the original one.
Metropolis.
Metropolis, thank you. A good film.
A great film. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Like, that definitely is when I think of like the mega structure, one of the first pieces of art to really do that. But there's such an evolution in creative identity that came with a work like Blame, where I can't think of another work that's working within these themes to this extent. And I think that's why Blame isn't often coming up in conversations about cyberpunk, because cyberpunk is pushing
the
us
way
like,
people think about cyberpunk is just to like
it's like wrong.
State it you're thinking. Yeah, I mean, well, not even wrong. It's just it's so like specific.
Yeah, it's like it's.
I mean, it's Cyberpunk 2077 and Ghost in the Shell. And that's kind of it for most people, I think.
And Blade Runner.
Yeah, and Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Like, it's a layered, it's like a sedimentary layers of pastiche on top of itself. Going like, fuck, dude, if we don't find the super technology from this corporation, we are absolutely fucking boned, dude. Let me jack into my fucking dick hole and find my way into the cyberspace. And I'm like, yeah, man, alright. Like, I've seen Altered Carbon. This is nothing. I say, spitting onto the ground. And that's why actual things that are working with that, like, this sounds so fucking lame to actually say with your mouth. Neo-futurist aesthetic. That Blame is working with, in like this super far-flung future while still meshing that early 2000s BDSM. And this hyper-technological world. It's so Nihei. These are his thoughts based on the things that he likes out of something that he's clearly thought infinitely about. And it's like, checkmark, megastructure now belongs to Sumo Nihei.
I mean, and you know, like part of that as well. I don't know if you guys are aware, the last like 5 years, game developers are really going in on it. Like in the indie space.
Absolutely.
Like Nihei exploitation is like here fully. 20 years after the manga. And I'll be honest, like none of those appeal to me. I've tried being excited about some of these. None of them do anything for me except for like Nascence, which predates a lot of this.
Nascence, yeah, the one that.
And that's because it's just like just wandering around a space infinitely. And I'm like, yeah, it's perfect. You got it.
Well, I mean, the most Blame video game kind of already exists, and I think maybe even exists. Let me look up when did I'm not going to name it yet.
NetHack,
for
Rogue.
No.
He's talking about Dragon Quest 6.
Yeah, that's
true.
Actually, let me see.
No, when did it come out? Nihei were
I'm actually a little surprised that it came out 1 year into Blame's publication.
Is it Final Fantasy 7?
No.
Okay.
It came out on the Sega Saturn. James, you got a guess?
Baroque.
Yep.
Fishman.
Yeah.
No, it is Baroque.
You're thinking of Seaman, and that's from the Dreamcast, you dumb asshole, Wren.
Shit. But yeah, I mean, Baroque is all about... is a big, weird fucking town. I mean, obviously, like, aesthetically is not really like Blame at all.
I mean, it's also not like that
the coolest shit of all time.
Like, some of those spaces.
Yeah, no, like, it feels... It's a little, like, turned towards, more biblical imagery. Yeah. If somebody had forced a Bible into his face a bit more instead of a computer...
I would like to touch on that at some point.
Yeah. I mean,
but also
me and Wren we're having big Gnostic thoughts at each other.
I'll get into it at some point today.
That's a different thing. But also, nothing is like Blame.
No, truly.
Even
that's the thing.
Even later, I mean, I've read all of it.
Yeah,
like that's at one point in my life. Like it's even the things that are like undeniably in the same universe as Blame.
Mm-hmm.
Do not like. I mean, we'll get to it eventually. I don't remember Noise even feeling that much like Blame.
No, totally. The only thing that I think is like a direct spin-off of Blame that really hits the same notes is that I remember really hitting was NetSphere Engineer is what it's called. Also sometimes called Blame 2, I think.
Blame Square.
No, Blame 2 is a different thing. Blame 2 is good though. I actually really like that. But NetSphere Engineer, I remember really hitting, mostly because it's a guy doing a job in this fucked up place. But yeah, no, definitely. I mean, Blame is like a very specific snapshot of an artist at a very specific point in their life. Thinking about stuff and working through it. It's singular to itself, which is part of what makes it so infinitely compelling to me. Right, like it's remarkable.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, right. Like,
it's sick. It's neat.
I mean, like, obviously to you, maybe a little bit more than most people, but I mean, like, I don't know. Everybody
who doesn't like Blame?
Anybody I know who has read it, is like, Blame at least has, 15 to 20 of the coolest images to ever hit my retina. Like,
yeah. I mean, I literally had, like, in my notes, I have, like, a joke about how, like, I'd said, oh, this is an all-timer image, like, 3 times at that point. Like, I was like...
Yes.
Like, it's constantly just throwing the coolest shit you've ever seen.
I mentioned the Inkall.
Yeah.
Yesterday in our Discord. Because it's just like it's the same thing for me, where it's just like Inkall is very different, and it's like operating in a completely different sci-fi space.
Yeah.
But maybe not as much as you'd expect, considering a big part of the Inkall is a detective fiction pastiche, which is not all that different from like serialized Western stuff necessarily.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, again, the 1995 Blame is a detective story.
I mean, that is kind of what Gilly is investigating shit. He's looking for something. I mean, I know he's looking for the net terminal gene, but...
His favorite thing.
But it's just like, it is just constantly throwing, like, impossibly evocative sci-fi imagery at you.
Mm-hmm. The fucking...
all the time.
when there's a flashback of Sibo, and it's she's like trying to create the synthetic net terminal gene to access the net sphere, and it's like that person hooked up to the machine, just so genuinely crazy. Haunting, has stuck with me forever. It's so fucked up, and then it's like a whole big fucked up room. And Sibo's like, yeah, this is just to like emulate that one thing, basically. Like this is what it is.
It's all necessary for simulating the net terminal gene to even get close to breaching the
something
net.
Humans used to just have naturally, but has fallen due to a sickness / mutation.
All of these computers are necessary for running PS3 emulation.
This is what it requires.
Yeah. They're making the builders right now at our PCS3 or whatever.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They're just doing that. They're like, okay, here's how we do it.
The builders are
here's
my
how
best friends.
We get to 76%
compatibility.
Library. Yeah, compatibility.
On the note of terrible freaks being created by the machine, I would really like to touch on the safeguards.
Yeah, talk about the fucking safeguard. Yeah. Their introduction is so fucking scary. Like the way they're drawn in that first interaction is so upsetting. They're like almost like their eyes are like just beams. Like they're not right. Like they are outside of the aesthetic bounds of the rest of the comic in a way that like make them very unsettling. I like them. They look like Japanese ghost images as well. Like that's the thing I think about a lot.
Oh yeah, okay,
yeah, right.
Interesting.
yeah.
Oh,
that is interesting.
That's a really interesting way of fucking thinking about it. Absolutely,
especially because like when they're first introduced with that fella, that sad fella.
The fella.
They're like just another one-off villain. Like they don't really come back. They're not exactly the same as they are when they do come back later. They're just like these scary fuckers that are like wandering around and like peering around corners in the freakiest way possible for no reason.
Yeah.
This is like it's the same. They this is an annoying thing to bring up.
Yeah, so it goes.
They're kind of like they're like fucking backroom entities.
Yes,
they're liminal space monsters that like I mean that is kind of like Blame is kind of a precursor. I don't know.
What came first, the backrooms or Blame?
Well, no.
I was gonna say I don't know if like Kane Pixel has read Blame.
It'd be weird if they had it.
Okay,
but well, I don't know.
He must have.
I don't know. I think a lot of it also like a lot of Kane Parsons, who did you know is 21 years old?
I'm crazy.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It comes from being really, really fucking into Portal, which is also like the way.
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
You can get to similar places from GLaDOS, like from GLaDOS in a way.
I mean, a popular interpretation of GLaDOS. I remember I've tried finding this, and I can't find it anymore. But a popular interpretation I remember of GLaDOS at the time. This is going back to the Nihei. This is all kind of like sublimated 90s bondage culture stuff. Was that GLaDOS was a woman bound upside down. Like that was like a really
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember
seeing posting that scary ass Silicon Life guy. And that first thing people talk about with that first Portal as well. That's like a horror game. Like it's scary at points.
Yeah, it's unsettling.
Yeah, it's got a very strong atmosphere. Everything's like a little grimy, right? Like it's supposed to be clean, but it's not. Awesome. Portal 1 rocks.
I want to proffer with like Kane Parsons in the back rooms. The kid was on 4chan all the time. He must have seen at least a page in passing and going, "Whoa, cool!" At like 15.
I just can't believe he wouldn't have read Blame. It's
entirely possible. I just like it's also just like it is in there, you know, like it's in places.
What if you were like wandering in infinite space?
Full of
shit that doesn't make sense.
Everybody knows Nihei. Everybody knows and loves Nihei.
I mean, it's, you know. Do you know, here's something fucked up. I think about this all the time. When I first read Blame, I was talking to a friend. I was like, I was telling her, this is like the best thing ever. I love it. She said, oh, that's PewDiePie's favorite manga.
It is.
That's so funny.
And I was like, what?
Isn't that fucked up?
What? I don't know if that's still true. I don't keep up with the name. But this was true, before everything.
I remember seeing that video as a teenager and going like, that's not right.
Where did I even
that
learn
doesn't
about
work.
Blame?
I mean,
I have no idea where I learned about Blame.
Probably not from talking to me, but could have been.
No, I definitely had heard about it before I had joined that Discord.
Yeah.
I learned about it I'd probably seen it in passing, but I was fully aware after Chainsaw Man came out, and he said he loves Abara.
Yeah, that Chainsaw Man is Pop Abara is the specific line he says.
But on Netflix, I'd definitely seen the ads for the Polygon Blame before.
That might have been... I don't know. I have no idea, because I feel like it was from some specific YouTube video, but I cannot be fucked to ask around to figure it out.
When I think Blame, I have now with some of the additional manga I've read, I really think Parasite. It's with the Safeguard specifically, their lankiness and just really pushing the boundaries of human form. It really feels like the parasites from Parasite.
I really got to read
and
Parasite.
what they do to the human body.
It comes up so much.
It's cool.
Let me drop some of the pages I was really fucking with. Let me drop some of the pages of this Safeguard.
Well, while you're doing that, the thing about Blame is that it just kind of makes you really excited to read some fucking comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a comic book.
It's so because it's just so on the page.
Yeah,
it's so
all
there.
images.
It's this is it. This is what's up.
This is why
it's weird to have a bad time reading it.
So something you hear a lot about Blame is people being like, I don't know what happened in it. I think that's the few reasons for that. One, the translations weren't super clear for a long time, and again, the scans weren't super clear. Secondly, I think you just read it very fast because it is all images. If you are not taking your time, you can pound that shit out. God, I love that security guard. So you just posted a page from when Killy is sneaking into the bioelectric company, and there's a big scary robot that we compared to the strike yesterday, but also is the monster from 1995's Blade. It's just the same.
Oh, is it?
It's basically the same design that's in that comic. The big reveal in that, by the way, is Killy's hunting down this guy who killed a guy, and he finds the guy. Turns out that he's put his consciousness into a big robot monster, and that's the robot monster.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
The last page I shared is a double page spread from near the end of our reading. An all-timer to describe to the audience who haven't read it. Big ass robot synthetic life kaiju fight. It's so fucking cool. Broke my brain when I first read it because of just how nothing else these designs are. Yeah. Despite being recognizably big monsters, and I was like, this guy could do fucking anything.
He's a god.
I love the pages that you posted. It's kind of hard. I'm so curious how this episode is going to play to people, just because Blame is so. I mean, all of this stuff. Maybe by the end of this, we'll feel like we have half of the ability to properly cover a Nihei work.
I think Blame is the most challenging, I will say. Of the Nihei things to talk about, I think Blame is going to be the most difficult.
But there's something so fluid doesn't feel like the right word, but just the way everything moves, it is so lanky. It just sweeps in such an interesting way, despite that being so mechanical. Yeah. It looks so cool all the time. It's so impressive how just perfectly it just moves so well. Yeah. It's impressive how well it just conveys everything through the way characters' arms or like limbs bend, and it's gorgeous. Every time he pulls out that fucking gun, it's the coolest shit
on the planet, man.
His dynamism, I'll say, with my pushing up my glasses, the dynamism of his page.
I mean, one thing that's really an interesting through line on those interviews I read, both of the Del Toro and the French fucker, both have. I mean, Del Toro's a director. The Frenchman has made movies, and both of them comment on specifically like manga authors' ability to create movie-like images, and like something that the Frenchman is like. I think a manga author would be a great director, is what he says. He's like, I don't. He's like, I think.
Well, I mean, like
they have like the eye for the image.
I mean, we did kind of get a taste of that. I mean, I'm sure there are several that have that I am not entirely. Well, I know Umez directed like late in his life. He directed a movie called Mother. I don't think people liked it very much. I haven't checked it out. But the fucking vagabond guy. What's his name?
Oh,
Doug,
Mr. Slam Dunk.
Yeah, Mr. Slam Dunk. I mean, he directed the first Slam Dunk, the new movie that came out a couple years ago.
I didn't know he directed that. That's crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, people love it. People say it's very, very good.
Takehiko Inoue.
Inoue, yeah. Enki Bilal, the French guy that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Enki, famous for Immortal.
Yeah, I clicked on his letterbox. I'm like, oh my god, he did the Immortal.
But the one that I'm staring at right now, I want to watch Tokyo Moon.
Yeah, that's based off a comic he did as well. Apparently, like he's adapting his own one. I really want to watch.
That's really
his
cool.
First one, Bunker Palace Hotel. I posted some screenshots of. Incredible looking. I got it.
There's only 3 of them. I mean,
yeah, there's only 3 of them. I mean, come on. Yeah, his work seems interesting. I think it's Bunker is the one. Yeah, the Bunker Palace Hotel. He, the guy who wrote Valerian, which I've read all of but never talked about on the show.
Really?
Yeah, we never because of that big gap we had. I like read it in that gap, and by the time we came back, I didn't have it.
Did you not?
Just do it.
Yeah, you did not bring it up on our Patreon show either.
Well, yeah, because it was it's fine.
Yes, you did.
I've talked about it, but I didn't like talk about it.
Yeah,
I mentioned it. I've mentioned that I've read it.
Fair enough.
Anyways, the guy who writes Valerian helped write Bunker Palace Hotel. Is the long walk to that. It's neat. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, that is. You do. You gotta check that out. I do. I mean, how much of this guy's stuff do you think exists in
the world?
Like to be found by an English speaker?
I think it's pretty. I think the second one, the Tokyo one or whatever, I think that one is in English.
I mean, that makes sense.
Or maybe the Immortal. I think is the one that's in English because I saw something that like
Immortal is in English.
The French actress is like dubbed.
That's so funny. Every time I look at Immortal, I'm like, man, maybe Avalon by Mamoru Oshii is the most influential piece of art ever made.
It's
I am thinking about that interview a decent bit where Nihei gets on to Dan Simmons.
Oh yeah. When he's like, when he's talking to the Frenchman, and the Frenchman's like, "I've been reading some sci-fi," and Nihei's like, "Oh, have you read Dan Simmons? Have you read Hyperion lately?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's all right." Like he looks like a moment where he seems very excited.
Very excited about talking about Hyperion. And Hyperion, while not like fresh on my brain, has now been etched into it after actually finishing the book in my second read.
Yeah.
And like it's very Blame.
Mm-hmm.
Blame is very Hyperion. Let me rephrase.
If it was the other way around.
It would be fucking absurd. But I think about it a lot. We're not talking about a bar right now, but it gets into more of the time shenanigans.
Yeah.
Which are super relevant in Hyperion. But more than that, the aesthetic flourishes that are like peppered throughout Hyperion are very evident in Blame, where everything related to the Shrike is this like, it's the right fucking word. I'm using the big word, and someone's gonna make fun of me. It's like an edifice of sharp metal. Everything gets back to sharp metal and a lack of uniformity. And all these classical interpretations of the Shrike usually have it kind of bum looking, like not in the way that it's talked about in the book as this. It looks very symmetrical, like a big scary metal monster. But I'm like looking at especially this second spread that Nihei does, and him being a fan of Hyperion. I just think to like, this is someone who read that book and thought a lot about what it means to like make a bastard made of metal.
God, it's so cool. But I do think also, because I mean, coming back to the thing you said about James, about people being confused or being like, I don't really know what happened. Is that a lot of it is just left up to like a lot of the like finer details about the world are just kind of like peppered in there. And I don't know, people like one of the things that I know gets probably still does, but I don't hang around bums anymore.
It's good. It's a good thing to do.
I don't spend all my time listening to bums.
To ingrates and ne'er-do-wells. Which
is just all I blame would get hit with that, everybody's favorite phrase, which is it's all style and no substance.
Oh yeah.
Because it is just like and my take on more or less anytime anybody says that is like, well, maybe you don't have the substance to bring it, like it's kind of
that's half the battle of a piece of media.
Because I mean, so much of this is just like, well, what do you feel when you see this shit? Like, what kind of baggage do you bring to all of this, like this mix of technology and BDSM and just like the emo like vibe, like all of this stuff? And I do think Nihei, I don't think it is devoid of meaning from Nihei. I don't think he's just kind of throwing shit at the wall or whatever, but it does just like, it's not holding your hand and being like, this is what the net terminal gene is.
Except
it
does.
A million years ago. I mean, it kind of does for that one in particular.
I couldn't believe it. That the ship man is like, yeah, that's the thing you use to access the net sphere. Yeah. And I'm like, what?
Wait, I mean,
they didn't say it?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But it's not, it's not like you're, like,
also,
15. And I was saying, like, when the guy's like, well, the net terminal gene lets you access the net sphere, and then you get people who, like, sort of access the net sphere, and it's like, oh, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, that's, like, a different thing. Is like, everyone says, like, well, that's not
like,
really...
the characters don't really know.
Yeah, what the administration says, like, specifically the net terminal gene, like, lets you control the city. Like, and the city is, like, out of control to the point where the administration can't control it anymore. Like, they're like, it's too... It's like, they've ran out of memory. Like, it's too big, they can't hold it all in their heads at the same time.
Yeah, like, but it feels like, people in a more traditional object, we'd be, like, 2 arcs in... We'd be at, like, chapter 15. We'd get, like, the Golden Age arc.
Yeah.
But for Blame. We'd get, like, we'd get, like, the or, like, right on the cusp of the whatever apocalypse is happening.
That is noise. But that's what noise is.
Kind of, but, like, noise does not answer questions.
No, it does not. It's actually almost more questions.
I was saying, like, everything I remember about noise is that I'm like, my main thought while reading Noise, which to be fair, went by in a blink.
Because it's 4 chapters, yeah.
Because it's 4 chapters and really short. But like most of my thoughts were like, this connects to Blame, but I don't think this told me much about Blame at all.
No, which is excellent. I wouldn't want anything else.
Yeah, I mean, and that might be taking it slow like this. Maybe a little bit more will be revealed to me in some ways.
Yeah, noise.
I don't. It's not answering questions necessarily, but it might do some more than it did previously.
No, from my memory, it mostly just shows you like the first time things went real bad, like the beginning of the end, more or less. But the mechanics by the way that works, and like even the why isn't always super clear from my memory of like why did somebody want this to happen? Like
you're not getting like the Animatrix short Second Renaissance or whatever, where it like explains the rise of the machines. Like it is not telling you, because I don't think there's a single being alive that knows anything about that shit.
No, even the administration, I don't think would have that answer necessarily.
It's just been around for too long.
So speaking to this, and speaking to my personal profound love of Nihei and Blame, I don't like writing. I've said this before, but reading Blame did inspire me years ago to like try and write like a novel, basically an extended piece of fan fiction, with the structure being it was going to be 3 stories. The first story was like a guy in basically the city from Blame, but like I don't know a way to describe it other than like a man doing Han Solo shit of like a mercantile man like doing his job, and then like things would be relatively normal, fucked up because it's still the city. And the second one was like far future, like a fucked up creature living in a fucked up place, and then the third one was before everything of like why did this happen, which is a cute idea, but I don't want any of that anymore. But it speaks to what you're saying of like that's a more traditional idea, but you gotta show why this happened. And I don't think you got it. I think things
I'll always argue that things like that take away more than they add a lot of the time. Like, one of the complaints people have been having at the end of Chainsaw Man and like Jujutsu Kaisen and Modern Shonen is that there's so many mysteries left, bro. How am I supposed to feel freaking satisfied? Like, I don't know. If your goal here was to unravel the mysteries, I think you came here for the wrong reason.
The wrong genre.
Blame isn't about... Yeah. But even in Blame, where like that is clearly the genre of like, oh, there's crazy shit. It's also from the outset isn't positing itself as this lore-heavy story.
It's not solvable.
Like, yeah, it's not an object to solve and understand. Like, not even the people in the world understand what's happening. The oldest figures are like, before I existed, things were already falling apart.
I have readings on Blame. I'm certain of certain things and interpretations. But like that's
I don't, and that's art, you know?
Yeah, that's the cool thing about it. It's like, I definitely think Nihei probably has his own explanations for several things in this that he probably is, never going to share.
No, wouldn't want
and that's its own thing. But also, there's probably just so many things that he just kind of threw in here because it just felt right and was evocative to him, and it's just like, I don't know.
I mean, that's what the Safeguard feel like. Like, that first appearance, it's just like, it's a fucked up thing that he thought of, that's cool. And then it, like, seemingly became useful to keep them around.
And that's what makes you, like, think about it.
Yeah.
Forever. Yeah. That's why, even when I wasn't, I liked it, but I wasn't huge on Blame. There's just certain things that I'm like, yeah, but what's that about?
And like speaking to that, like almost stickiness. Another thing Nihei does is he just reuses symbols and proper nouns constantly. We'll talk about this entire unit.
I think that is something really, really interesting, and I'm interested in. I remember having some takes about the importance of that, but I'm curious how I will end up feeling later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think we touched on earlier how a lot of people don't understand Blame and don't have a lot to bring to it. And I think Blame is such an object that you really need to come at from an angle where you're just letting it flow over you and are not trying to like pick at every little thing. Because you're going on the journey with Killy. you're with him through his escapades, but there's this like perpetual zoomed out lens that lends itself to like kind of quiet contemplation, despite like the bombastic things happening in a lot of the chapters. It's a really quiet manga.
I mean, yeah,
it lends itself to just like experiencing.
Yes, I mean, there are like just the big fight scenes, like the attack on the Electro Fisher village, like this giant, like the world ending, like everything is on fire. But like everything leading up to that, it's just like a bunch of people walking around a space. You know, like, like that's all it is.
Some of my favorite imagery is just like Keely alone walking in a hallway.
Yeah. That fucking 2-page spread. I don't think I ever noticed it before, but the 2-page spread with like the big spikes hanging down from the ceiling. I noticed this time that Achilles being shot out of like a vent, and he's like ragdolling in the air. It's the funniest fucking thing in the world. I never noticed his little silhouette just like tumbling through the air. He's like
because he's a tiny boy.
But like specifically about this style over substance thing, and people who say that, which is like one of the top two. Like I have two specific phrases that whenever it comes up in criticism, it makes me like so angry all the time. One being style over substance, the other being unintentionally hilarious.
Oh yeah,
because I always find them both like incredibly wrong.
It's more indicative of the person writing it than what they're actually talking about.
Junji Ito, unintentionally hilarious, that kind of shit.
Every person who says that doesn't read anything.
The way I always think about these things that are like so enveloped in like mood and tone and like trying to say stuff like so much through their style, like it is the substance, is all the style. It reminds me of one of my favorite lines from any movie, which is a line from our favorite guy. I don't think I remember the character of Michael Moriarty, guy who is in the Yellow Wallpaper. For a moment. He was like one of the guys. He wasn't the husband. I think he was like the doctor, maybe.
Yeah.
In the film Q, the Winged Serpent.
Okay.
He has this line where somebody steals a gun off of him, and he says, they don't sell guns with nerve. You got to bring your own.
That's really good.
All right.
And I always say, like, you got to bring a little bit of yourself to, like, you have to have thoughts about it. You have to be able to like look at these images and be like, okay, it is important what I think about this. Like, not being so slavish to...
I'm pointing at the big sign I keep behind me that is books are as interactive as video games. Like, I'm pointing at it. I'm like, it's flashing behind me.
I mean, art's worthless if you're not bringing your own interpretation to it. There's no point to a story unless you're thinking about it and making your own thoughts.
Yeah, but what if I want to turn my brain on?
I just want a popcorn movie.
I need to. I couldn't think of a fantasy series to shoot in the head.
The whole thing.
I'm pointing at my massive chest tattoo that says "Keep art elitist." Like, I can. Oh man, this is where I lose our entire audience.
Hold on, but yeah, you go now.
Oh yeah, just as someone who like absorbs a lot of media for comfort, fuck yeah, do that. Media should be like a thing you take in for comfort. Still think about it, man.
Well, I think there's a difference between media and art.
I have a strong. If we get into this, I won't stop talking. For the rest of the day.
That's one of the. You were talking about things that like perk your ears up and make you mad. I hate media and I hate consuming.
Well, I'm fine with media. Like in the specific instance of like how Wren is using it. Where I know Wren means like. Isn't just like, oh, I read a lot. It's like, well, like, Wren just engages with a lot of art.
Yes, no, totally.
Like, media in, like, the literal sense where it's just, like, various mediums.
Yeah, media as in, like, you read a lot of books, watch a lot of movies, TV shows, just all the shit that you look at and take in day to day.
I just wanted to, stake my claim for a second.
No, I appreciate it. But I don't know, man. I think if you're reading A Court of Thorns and Roses and you're not thinking critically about all the things that are being shown to you, I feel like you're losing out on the thing you probably won't reread, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You gotta do a little bit of the work.
Like, I then have to ask, why are you doing that instead of just scrolling reels if you're not gonna actively participate in the media?
Who's saying they're not doing both at the same time?
I need to believe in the common good of man.
Listening to the audiobook and scrolling reels.
You see, the Netflix show will remind me, will say out loud what's going on while I'm looking at reels on my phone.
As characters enter rooms.
That's true.
I just have both at full volume all the time. When are we gonna have the Bog Frog meetup where we all scroll Instagram reels at max volume in the same room?
I'd have to make an Instagram account.
Please, bro. Our reels are going to be on a generational run. I've got my burner account. I've been using it to message artists recently. Anyway, yeah, it's in the same fucking way. Like, for me and James, like Sanderson shit, I would label in the fucking big gold box comfort media.
But even then, I've heard the way people talk about that shit, and everyone is wrong. No, it drives me insane. I can't handle it, man.
Because people just think about it in the way that we despise of consuming media.
Problems to be solved. Like I've complained to you, like the criticism. Okay, cause me a tangent for a second. One of the criticisms that you hear of the most recent Stormlight book that drives me insane is like this expectation that any of like the godly characters were like able to do anything. And I'm like, have you not read the 30 other books in this series that like divinity is just folly? Like if you are a divine creature, you're incapable of like doing anything good in the world. Like that's what this whole fucking series seems to be about to some degree.
Isn't that Hoyd's whole deal?
Yes.
Like. Yes! Is that like he's like the most powerful guy in the world and he literally can't like interact with things?
And like he got a divine gift that says you can do nothing. It makes him all powerful and he can't do fucking anything. And then someone goes, I wonder why Hoyd took no actions during the final battle. Quite peculiar, Sanderson, I say, pulling up my underoos. Like, oh my god, my Sander shelf will certainly love this book I won't touch again.
Sander shelf.
Oh, what an L. Oh my god, bro, the text, bro. The fucking first Wax and Wayne book written almost a decade ago. Ends with my name is preservation, or my name is harmony. I can't act because I'm harmony. I can't do fucking shit. My divine essence wars against itself. I want to die.
I get so mad about that shit, dude.
Because they don't read the fucking book, bro. They don't read these fucking books. These books are about mortals having to work for the gods because the gods are inherently fucking useless. They're harbingers of ideas and ideology, not harbingers of action. And then someone's like, why didn't the god point and blow up the world? Because they're fragments of God. Oh my god. It makes me go insane. It makes me go fucking insane, bro. They're fragments of the Mormon God who created the universe and they can't do fucking shit because they're these fucking immortal versions of God. And someone says, this doesn't work. Yes, it does. Read the book, bro. Oh my god. These books make me go these fucking people make me go fucking insane because their people didn't read the fucking book or think about the things you consume, bro. Like, it's right there. It's all there. It's spelled out in the text. I can't do anything. And then they ask, well, why can't they do anything? They said it, bro! Like, I don't understand what happens. We can't passively engage with the art we love and then say we love it. No, you just took it in like it's a fucking pizza, bro. Come on. Like, oh my god. I need people to fucking think about the things they love, to put their thoughts on the page. You do yourself an injustice. It does nothing. Like, it pisses me off, clearly, as we're seeing right now.
And that's why blame is good.
That's why blame is good. Because it forces everyone out who can't fucking contemplate their media. It filters people. And, like, I don't know, Sanderson's work will never filter people because it has cool queer boys who are hanging out and going like, oh, what if I do love cock? And then...
I wasn't sure I was going to go to that as why I won't filter people. I was going to say because it's, like, written for children. But that, too, I guess.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It's got the fun YA elements that people love and latch onto, and then anything deeper, it gets fucking frustrating.
Well, that's because they're YA fans.
This isn't. Yeah,
they're children. They're in school for a reason. They haven't learned anything yet, and that's okay. A thing I said recently to a friend of the show, Dante, about why people don't like Chainsaw Man Part 2.
Which we'll
talk about
some other time.
I have thoughts about talking about it. We'll talk about it later.
Chainsaw Man Part 1 spells itself out. Part 2 does not. People take umbrage.
That's awesome. Let's go back to Blame.
I freaked out. Sorry, guys.
That was good. I was right there with you the whole time.
Okay, I was so fucking mad, bro.
I didn't expect...
I fucking can't stand it.
When I brought up Hoyd, I really did not expect how big of a reaction
the volcanic rage.
Yeah, like...
Oh my... Because...
I've read two
I
things.
said my piece.
Yeah, you read two things and you understand it better than all these fuckers who have spent thousands of dollars on this shit.
I hope those people love the hardbacks they've never touched.
Despicable.
I don't know, man.
We'll get to it eventually when we get to the Sanderson unit.
Sanderson, bring me to your con. I'll yell at your fans.
I need to submit. Please. I need to submit for press access again this year,
dude. I did
it 1 year. I have to do that again. I feel
awesome. Like we can do that.
Well, I can. It's fine. So eventually, Kelly ends up at that like trading post with the dryman, with the man who's in the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is again, my this is all a Western thing. This like section where they're like going through and they're being attacked by the drymen is very much a like you're going through where the Native American folk are. So that you wouldn't use that word because it's 1965 or whatever. Like it's using that type of structure and like images, and then at the end the reveal is that the reason they were attacking wasn't just to steal things. It was because these people are like harvesting their bodies and like their people.
They're harvesting their fucking organs.
Yeah, and Killy blows them all up. Which rocks. Like just rains hell on this company for doing this evil thing. Another all-time image is here where those guys are dragging a block of concrete that has a bunch of guys in it. This stuck out to you. This is another thing I read as a kid and like just stared at, like just being like, "What is happening?"
I can't fathom this being a foundational work for somebody to like break into the medium, because it is throwing those images you think about decades later at your face.
Yeah, this is raw, uncut shit, man.
I say this with one of my first anime being Mushishi, so I can't really like preface.
That's why we are the way we are.
Too much. Broken,
believe it or not,
twisted, fucked up.
And then I don't know. I read Bokurano and Gantz.
Hells yeah,
that checks.
That checks. You can like map us on like the three axes that are presented with these three manga.
Fucking.
You got one axis Gantz. You got one axis Blame. The other one Mushishi. Like that's the three. That's the Bog Frog standard.
All three of them are three different types of meat blame.
Yeah.
I mean, Gan started in 2000?
Yeah, it's post-Blame.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely post-Blame.
Yeah. I was surprised.
During
Mushishi's post-Blame.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's a guy walking around solving problems.
Yeah, I know.
It's awesome.
It's crazy.
Gantz is 2000. I think during Blame, he was doing 01, which is his weird...
Is that the CG one?
That's a CG one. No, he wasn't. He was doing Hen, I think. Or maybe he wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, he was doing Hen, which is... I don't know. I can't. I can't get
Is Gigant still going?
No, Gigant is done. He has a series called Konreki Hime, which is about 6 middle-aged men approaching their 60s, who live in like a shared house.
What the fuck?
I don't really know what it's. I haven't read it yet.
There's not a weird fetish twist yet, so I'm concerned.
No, yes, there is.
Okay.
I think one of them literally turns into Rika from Gantz.
There we go.
Yeah, okay.
Like explicitly, like they say
it's Rika from Gantz.
It's Rika from
And
Gantz.
he found the
There
sauce.
you go.
Which is crazy. I mean, obviously, like it's his favorite woman that he's ever drawn. Obviously,
100%.
but also she gets so fucked over in Gantz. Like the way she goes out is so bad.
I mean,
we'll get to
I've read
it eventually.
Gantz. I think he has unique thoughts on women.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're. I think about the guy in the last arc of Gantz who
Oh my god.
says, I'm a feminist, and then later is like, I'm also a lolicon.
That fucking guy.
That guy's so interesting.
That's the only part of Gantz I never finished. I fucking totally
It's
burnt
not
out that
very-
last arc.
That last arc is pretty bad.
So
Yeah, I was really not feeling it.
I just want
I
to
like the
bust
rest
in
of
for a
what
second
I
because I'm on the Gantz fandom wiki. Because I was like, "Who's Rika?"
It's a
I have
bad
to look up
place.
this woman, right? So I look her up, and first of all, the image they chose is crazy. I was like, "Wow, that's crazy. That's the image they have." For her.
Really?
I need you to click on that link now to see what the fandom wiki
Oh.
for Gantz looks like.
That's awesome.
Oh
For,
my
It's
god!
just her as the background image for the entire wiki.
She's introduced in maybe the best arc. Period. It's
I
really
forgot
good.
that she fucks with the K clone and not K. I forgot about that.
We can't.
We can't talk about Gantz. We
We
gotta
gotta-
get out.
We can't
We
talk
gotta
about
get
it. We
out
can't
of
do more.
We're gonna
gotta
say
close out of this
we are
fucking
going
wiki.
to cover Gantz, and it'll be. It's gonna be so fun.
Apocalyptic.
Yeah,
I love the
it's
K
like
clone,
it's
bro.
I want to talk
It's
about
one of my
SIBO.
favorite
We
things
have
in the
barely
world.
talked about SIBO.
Yeah, she's
What do you
awesome.
even freaking talk about, bro? She doesn't have double F titties like fucking Reika, bro.
The thing about SIBO is relevant because we just read Fire Punch. And this becomes more obvious later on. But she is a white-haired woman who can't die. And, spoilers, eventually becomes childlike.
Curious.
I don't really know what to do with these resonances in Fire Punch with Luna. I just think it's worth bringing up. I mean, it's also worth bringing up that Killy, as a protagonist, can't die, seemingly. Is like a dark-haired boy, and is constantly getting his shit whipped. That's also just like a Nihei thing, though. Like, that's all his protagonists, to a degree, is they're just constantly getting their shit rocked and can't die.
I mean, even on this, I would say, like, almost textually, Fujimoto is a spiritual successor to Nihei.
Yeah, no, totally.
Nihei's still working, obviously, doing great work.
And
but, like, carrying on, like, continuing the legacy of the type of art that Sumo
it's like
Nihei
Gonzo
really started
Nihei
pioneering.
is the way I would describe it. Like, it's like this, like,
Yeah,
extreme... Like, it's using a lot of the same themes and ideas. I mean, even Chainsaw Man, Papa Bara, but also Denji can't die. You know, like it's that like there's something I feel like used to be talked about more. Maybe it still is like Nihei's a real fixation on like immortality that basically becomes like a big part of the text in Sidonia. Like Sidonia is like really focused on like immortality. But like it's something that he just like does with all his characters, which is very interesting. As like a recurring motif, as you know.
Yeah, a something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Another thing to keep an eye on. After SIBO kills the president, she talks about like the plates between the levels in the city. Which here's another translation difference. They're almost exclusively described as stratum or stratum in the Master Edition. In the original editions, they use a bunch of different words. They use level. I wrote down some of them. Level floors. Like they use like a few different wishy-washy terms, which I like more. It makes more of a human feel, almost like this is the place where people live.
Yeah.
Stratum is a little too unified because again, literally everybody says that one word. But again, maybe it's more accurate. I don't know. I just don't like it as much. But they also use a proper noun, which will become very important, much like to heavy industries. Megastructure is what they say the material is, that is the plate between levels here. And that can't be pierced except by the graviton beam emitter that Killy carries. Which is cool.
The coolest
weapon ever made. Dr. Eggman wields one, awesome. And Sonic the Hedgehog annual, number 2, I think.
Really?
Maybe it's not an annual. But yeah, there's like a few pages of him like whipping out the GDE and shooting it at Sonic. It rocks.
And he's moving like fucking Killy, where his fucking like explodes back.
Yeah, let me actually. I'll find the page real quick because it's a very cute little homage.
I'd love to see it.
Pull.
Remember when we were going to talk about SIBO?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring her up. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with SIBO talk.
She's really cool. I like her introduction.
Yeah, that's all you need.
When she's hanging out. I mean, like the same. I don't know. Not a ton going on with her yet.
No, but only more though. Truly,
she'll be much more relevant in subsequent episodes. Yeah. But here, I think her main thing is she takes on a really unique role in the comic in that she's really our only other perspective character.
Yeah.
Like we get a flashback from her, which is crazy. We don't even get a flashback from Killy.
Well, Killy also is almost an empty person. He doesn't seem to know why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah, but he loves killing those children.
Look at Eggman's arm doing
that's so good.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, there we go.
That is just it. That's good.
That's a good reference. Reference noted, but
dude, you've always got the best references.
So
dude, when you throw those references at me and I catch them, I really feel like we connect on a soul to soul level. You know,
it's nice.
Dude, we should like a cold brew later.
We should.
You get ice in yours?
Killy. He is an empty person, but he's just a fucking bastard.
Yeah, he's so that.
Yeah, he's the best.
We all were posting about the smile he does when he runs into the Silicon Light.
It's so fucking funny, dude. That
little smirk to that. He looks like fucking Tobey Maguire. Like
he's such an asshole.
I love he does the smirk in the silicon. It's like, that was you.
The face of Silicon Light makes it like, oh my god. Like it's
so funny. That's what I'm saying. He's so fucking
good at expressions. Like it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, like it's even like now seeing his previous work and going like, oh, I'm fucking stupid. I didn't know fucking shit. Like you can so obviously draw faces as just holding perspective. Like, oh, I love that Chloe did that for us. There's a motherfucker who wants to draw cool action and beautiful robots and cool scenery. Those are the things where he's like, I need to make this look perfect.
Yeah. Also, the faces are good.
Yeah, they rock.
They're incredibly expressive.
Yeah, like they get across what they need. They're like interesting to look at.
Yeah, it's the same level of simplification. Like, I think to a lot of people, less visually appealing in a lot of ways, in a way that feels amateurish a lot of the time, with this additional perspective. Yesterday, I was harping on him and being like, this motherfucker can't draw faces. What the fuck is this? Having just seen more of his work from earlier in your career, I'm like, this motherfucking can draw faces. This is a fucking genius. This is the coolest thing.
I don't need that.
This is... I've always loved the faces. I thought they were like earlier in his work, and it's like, yeah, he shows the sauce early on, but no, he was just doing that intentionally as a stylistic choice, and that fucking rocks.
I mean, the thing I think is more than anything else, it's a time-saving choice, right? Like, he's got a month to do it, but also, like, have you seen those buildings?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like that's my read on it more than anything else. Is like, you don't need that.
I can do
you need
that.
The other stuff, at least in Nihei.
Yeah, I mean, the same way you outsource like your backgrounds to other like assistance if you are not giving a fuck about backgrounds. Nihei's like, I guess someone else can like ink the people if they need to, right?
Oh, that's so good.
Maybe.
It reminds me in that Fujimoto interview with the Blade Immortal fella, they're talking about like time saving with assistance basically. And the Blade Immortal guy's like, yeah, the trick is, specifically to this, he's like, yeah, the trick is you have your assistants draw all the people, and then you draw on top of their work, basically. So they do all the hard stuff, and then you just finalize it into your style. I'm like, oh, what?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like,
what?
Just have them do like most of it, and then you finish it off. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking whoa! What?
Maybe.
Damn. All right. Whoa.
I got some ideas.
Okay. Fuck, dude. Yeah. I mean, that's a what?
You good?
You're really...
No.
I gotta read Blade of the Immortal. I just really wish it wasn't fucking
the way it is.
Like that.
It's remarkable.
He's a genius.
It's remarkable that somebody hasn't fixed yet, right? Like, I don't.
They've re-released it in the master. They've done the big fuck off master editions, and they still kept it flipped.
That's the craziest part of it all, right? He kept it fucking flipped.
We should be attacking Dark Horse
What are we
HQ.
doing?
Going insane.
I would be.
Okay.
So one thing I wanted to point out.
Hold on, okay. James. Yeah. Can we take a break for like a couple minutes?
Okay. One thing I want to talk about is, so chapter 10 is the flashback chapter, right, with Sivo. In that we get to see like what the net sphere looks like, and it's seemingly like endless like fields of wheat. Like it's interesting. But I think the Matrix, looms heavy over this whole damn thing, and it's interesting that connecting to the net sphere and everything.
The Matrix isn't out yet.
Predates the Matrix by at least a year. Yeah. Which I just wanted to bring that up because I think it would be easy to read it the other way around. But I don't think that's true. The
Wachowskis have to have read Blame.
It's impossible that they haven't. At least at this point.
It's just like, I mean, so much of like the reality in the Matrix kind of looks like Blame a little bit. Like it's just like endless cityscape.
It's like that story you hear about Bill Gibson writing Neuromancer and going to see Blade Runner while writing it and being like, "What the fuck? This is the thing I'm writing." He's like, "What the fuck?" Like
Who did this?
If I'm Nihei and I go to see The Matrix, I'm like standing up in the theater. And I'm like, "What's happening?"
I'd be freaking the fuck out if I was Nihei. I'd be so fucking scared. I'd be like, who figured it out?
Oh,
just losing my goddamn mind.
This is there's the bit where they're like in that tower about to pierce through the megastructure, Sibo and Killy, and the administration shows up, and this is where they basically say like, hey, the reason you need to find the net terminal gene is because the city is growing so big and we can't control it, and like we need to stop it, but we can't. Only a human with the net terminal gene could do this, basically. And there's that's when that's laid out, and then he's the way they talk about the way the safeguard work as like they're being downloaded into base reality and they're being forwarded here. I love like all of the like tech terminology for like data transfers, basically an email, but for piercing in and out of different levels of reality, basically like seemingly the net sphere is computers, but it's also like a higher plane of existence, and you know, hence the Gnosticism that means, and
you know what
I'm talking about. Part of the Gnosticism that, and like, you have to gain a specific piece of knowledge to access the higher planes of existence.
The
transcendental.
I think the net sphere is super cool like, because it really is this higher plane sustained by a new form of reality that has superseded our own.
And there's like, because later on, when Sibo is about to die and the admin like pulls her out, basically, they're in like a pocket dimension, like they're in like a bubble reality that is like in between base reality and the net sphere, like it's its own third thing. Crazy. And time is like super slowed down in there, relatively speaking. I just love it. I love it. They escape all these scary ass safeguards and shit. And then they get up to the next level. They run into some more safeguards, and there's a scary one with the same gun Killy has, but it's bigger and on her arm, which is cool. I love the page. I remember like losing my mind the first time, and I lose my mind every time. Actually, when the safeguard shoots the gravity beam, and then Killy shoots the beam with his own to like stop it from hitting Sibo.
Yeah.
All time image.
Fucking so fucking cool.
So fucking cool. These are the coolest weapons ever devised by man.
Yes.
And eventually they're saved by some guys in cool armor with cool guns. The Electro Fishers is what we learned they're called. They take them back to their village. They've run into that little girl, or a little girl named Sonicon at this point also. Who like they find a man they find a man who's like plugged into a wall and does not seem to be doing well. And Sonicon shows up and he freaks the fuck out and kills himself basically in response. Cool.
He's doing bad.
He's doing horrific. Throughout this, Achilles also like passing out. He's been like injected with some stuff that's making him pass out every so often. The Electro Fishers come to save them, and they like are on a cool monorail, which a detail I never noticed before is that the monorail is see-through on the inside. Like they're able to see. They're in the monorail, which from the outside it looks like a solid structure, but when they're inside, they can see out and like look around them, which is crazy. Frankly, it seems like more work than necessary if you're Nihei. Like take a break, draw a small space for once. No. He has to draw the lines of the monorail so you know that they're inside of a thing, and then also what's outside of the thing, and like make that all make visual sense. So much work, so much effort. And when they get to the village, Sonicon is making some faces on the monorail. But when they get to the village, they see Toha Heavy Industries is written on the side of like this cylinder that they live around. And the Electrofishers are like, "Oh, we didn't know what that was." One of them is like, I thought those were words, but we can't read. None of us know how to read."
Yeah. And
they talk about this is something that like only clicked into my brain this time, is that their ancestors used to be called planters. And then they came out of the like cylinder, and now they can't get back in. Is the other thing, they couldn't figure out how to get back in once they left. Two things: planter could be because they're working in a factory, a plant. That's fun. But also, planter as in like grow stuff. And now they're the Electro Fishers. So they've gone from an agrarian society to a hunter-gatherer society, which in like traditional, big scare quotes around that, traditional schools of thought is like, oh, they've devolved, they've gone backwards. Which like, big scare quotes on all of that. Like, think about what that means about the people in the world who like were hunter-gatherer, whatever. That's interesting, right? I never thought about that.
Yeah.
It's compelling.
It's fast. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Sonicon's looking weird. Sibo asks if anybody has the net terminal gene. And everyone's like, no, we don't have that. So that's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting to have people acknowledge that it exists.
Yeah, immediately be like, no, we don't have that. Like, we know.
They're like almost offended by it.
yeah, right?
They're like no.
There's something going on. They're also all, they're all short. I forgot to mention. They're shorter than Killy, which is fun.
Lanky boy Keely.
Yeah.
And Oh, a bunch of shit happened.
This is like the most plot-heavy stuff. Just fun. Killy wakes back up and he's able to use his retina display that apparently he's had this whole time. But he's able to he looks at his glove and he can tell it's made of like silicone or whatever, and he's immediately able to scan people for the terminal gene, which is cool. Which is, it's cool. I like all of that. Sonicon is scary. Is so scary. She like becomes a monster. Is seemingly the safeguard that they were fighting before, but now she has her hair.
It's a good look.
Yes.
Great look. Currently my Blue Sky header is the page where she's like looking around at the destruction she's wrought. My plan is for each episode that we put out, I'm going to change my Blue Sky header to like a page from it. So
Fire.
Like, pay attention to the feed is what I'll say. But the wings she grows when she like takes flight, Sonicon, she like grows big ass wings. Very similar.
Her awful meat wings.
Yeah, very similar to some wings that show up in 95 Blame as well, actually. There's just shit happening constantly. Killy can talk to the builders now because of her abilities.
Yeah.
One thing that I noticed about like the way bodies kind of like change in this time around is it reminded me a lot of something that comes after Blame, Claymore. Reminds me a lot of like the way bodies.
Sure.
Shift
I mean, the
around.
faces in Claymore look like
yeah, exactly right.
Blame.
It really stuck out to me this time. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I would believe that the Claymore author is somehow related to is connected.
Yeah, it would make sense.
I mean, I think about the dragons from Claymore that they speak about as like on a far off continent we're breeding you guys for war against the fucked up dragons, and you see like a quick image one, it's like, oh, that's a fucking safeguard.
I don't think I got that far. I remember the fucked up monster in the lake. Like that's one of the things I'm thinking of.
That's good.
So fucked up.
Let me pull up a dragon from Claymore. Yeah. They're so cool. Askaram. Are they the Askar? Yeah,
I love.
I mean,
the part in this where like they're evacuating the village because they gotta get out. And the girl is like putting these like IV bags together and explains that like, well, we've been told basically that with these you could bring back people's skills and personalities in the past, but we don't know how to do that anymore. But we're hoping.
There's someone slamming their car horn outside.
Oh, that's cool. But we're hoping
like just
that if
coming
we
through the window,
hold on to these like IV bags of like stuff, we can revive our people through them. So much of the Electrofisher stuff is built around like living in a society where things used to be better. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Those are crazy fucking dragons.
Yeah, they're sick.
Dang, that's cool. I gotta get back to Claymore.
Who the fuck is doing that?
Some guy.
Some asshole. But yeah, so much of the Electrofisher is just like the past was a better time. We had access to things, and everything is fallen now, which is like just throughout Blame as a whole, right? Like that's a real recurring sentiment of like we used to have the net terminal gene. We used to be able to connect to the net sphere. We used to be able to control the world around us, but now the builders are working autonomously. They're not building things for people, seemingly. They're just building to build. And like the world has fallen fundamentally. Evocative stuff. I wonder what a Japanese man in the late 90s meant by that. What maybe anxieties were being felt about the world that was and is now gone.
Probably not.
Curious.
It's weird.
It's probably.
This
probably
is
fine.
Probably fine. This is where the big kaiju fight we were talking about earlier happens. Just cool as hell. Sonicon appears again and is like, "Hey, we're revoking your safeguard registration." She says to Killy, and Killy's like, "What? What?" Everyone says, "What? What do you mean by that?" Sibo's mind is. This is when she gets pulled into the backup world, is what it's called. And she's talking to an admin, and she's like, "Hey, is Killy a safeguard? Is that real?" And the admin's like, "Well, no, he like predates the safeguard. He's like a secret third thing, basically working for the admin." And then Killy figures out how to overcharge the graviton beam emitter, and is able to kill the big scary safeguard. He stumbles back to the entrance to Toha Heavy Industries, and Sonicon is seemingly there, and that's the end of the volume that we read. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all she wrote, people.
Anything else? Any other big things? Because we kind of rushed through that second volume, so like...
Yeah, we're on a little bit of a crunch at the end here. Not that I can think of, in particular. Besides, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that crazy that happened? The next volume,
crazy reveal.
We'll have
it's like,
infinite
whoa.
things to talk about.
Yeah, I was like, as it goes on,
shit gets
we'll get more and more.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the next volume. The next 2 volumes, really. I have some of my favorite stuff.
It's gonna be great. Is the elevator in the next volume?
Maybe. I know the next volume is you get the knight and you get the lady. And I think about them a lot. Also, I want to mark all of this stuff, all the Electro Fisher stuff, as very important to Aposims. We'll talk about that when we get there in like a month or 2.
Oh,
but
sure,
a month or 2?
When are we getting Aposims? I don't fucking know.
Like 4 months from now.
Yeah, well, in 4 months.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't fucking know. I haven't done the math on it.
It's at the end of the unit.
What? Yeah, in a month or so after we cover everything.
No.
What are you talking about?
I haven't done the math. So in like 4 months, we'll talk about how all this is important. Pay attention.
It's taking us a month and a half to finish Blame. Yeah. It's taking us 2 months to finish Blame.
Hey, that's so it goes. Sometimes you gotta put the work in.
You deserve an execution.
You're welcome. We're happy. We love this. This is our shit. But that's the show. Yeah. So we will.
Yeah.
Gross. We will see y'all in 2 weeks' time. We're going to be talking about volumes 3 and 4 of the Master Editions of Blame. They don't map cleanly onto the normal volumes, so do double check that stuff if you're reading from the older volumes. And you can follow me at Blaident, BLAIDENT at bluesky.com. You can follow Seth at SethAmphetamine. You can email us at bogfrogpod at gmail.com. And I think that's... Oh, we have a Patreon, of course.
We have Patreon where you can get like...
I think this next Bog Standard, and I haven't talked to you guys about this yet, we originally were going to do a separate Fujimoto bonus-ode. I think the next Bog Standard will just be a Fujimoto bonus-ode where we just talk about Chainsaw Man. Other stuff,
Essentially.
But yeah, I think that'll be a decent chunk of that episode. So look forward to that. If you enjoyed our Fire Punch talk and you want to know our thoughts on the rest of Fujimoto's stuff that we hadn't talked about, check that out. I also read Goodbye, Airy, and Look Back, so I'll be talking a little bit about those.
Yeah, there's also just... I want to say... There's 4 episodes out.
Yeah.
Probably like... That's like 12 extra hours.
Minimum. Yeah, definitely. You can listen to Seth try to kill us with words. Last episode, really good stuff.
I wish he succeeded.
But yeah, that's the show. Follow us on all those places. Support us if you'd like. And Wren, where can we find you?
I'm pooping, man.
Sucks to hear. hate to hear.
with you.